stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now it's Carson. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Look at me, Zipper. Check it. Score. Check 50.
Now the first carry here for Philip Lindsay. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Philip Lindsay, 77 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. McManus's point after is good, and they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey, 43, 15.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes taking a deep shot here. And got his man complete. Now he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They are a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to slow them down, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll power his way up near the 25. That'll get them some of what they needed, but they're still left here with a 3rd and 9 forthcoming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now here's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Break.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Lock to throw on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Carson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd down and 4. Lock, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
First carry for Darius Geis. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Watch the safety creep. Bang, 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 bang. Shoot.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, right back to Lindsay. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now to the air. Lock. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. On second down, here's Locke. They'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 3rd down, Locke. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route-running ability.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will get him one closer. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
1st down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs, 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Switch. No. Off. He's crashing. He's checking. Hey, 43, 15.
They run it with Carson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
At the 12-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, watch the slip.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 15-yard line.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here I come. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, Delta. 3 down, 3 down. There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Get it.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season.
I'm coming after you. Hey, lock it. Hey, wahoo. Shoot.
On 2nd and a couple. Lock. And that'll be incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
3rd and 2, Lock's going to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Hey, box trap.
Lock now on first down. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Number 53. Hey, Orbit. Let's go one more. Check.
Into the red zone, it's Lock. This is caught. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Lock looks to throw it again. And this is caught by Allen for a Denver touchdown. Keenan Allen, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. McManus's point after is good, and that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And now he's going to use his legs. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Mahomes now to throw. They complete it to Hill. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mahomes now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
49, guys. Mike. Come on! All day, pull. Big Ed. He's coming. Double up.
Now it's Mahomes again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Bravo! Big grip!
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fan. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, Locke. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin.
Complete to Chris Godwin.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, my 7. Get it.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now, hey, let's go.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, exit.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Fire.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown of the new season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Yellow.
They run again with Carson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes flushed out right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. Oh, big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, It's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Von Miller able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Quick the edge. Go. 10-3.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Ready up.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point up and through, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Locke trying again after the pick 6. He completes this to Sutton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the play. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Watch the screen. Mike 20. You get blocked, me.
Locke now on 1st down. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We're back now in KC. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. That throw into the arms of Allen. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Going for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, wahoo! Under 10, 10. 53's the mic, 53. 5.
Now lock again. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on second down. Lock. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. This is Carson. Yeah, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Watch out.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He gets this one to Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. To throw, it's Mahomes. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Check three.
They run for it with Carson. It's stunned in the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Ty Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Clock will try again on 2nd down. He'll find Lindsey here. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Geis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
90, recon, 132 steps.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Jim, attack! Showing it. Check, 43. Crouch. He's checking. Crash. Check.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Look at me, Zipper. Hey, Zoo.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And finding Keelan Cole. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Block now on first down. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Block again here on 2nd and 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. One final try for Locke. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chiefs, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop to 0-2.